Seth called and I auditioned over the phone. Basically, I said, I read this script. It's funny as hell and I'd like to do it. But he was talking about the possibility of it's kind of patterned after David Zaslav. And I said, I did a little more research on him. And from a comedic standpoint, he puts me to sleep. I don't think there's any comic material to mine from a David Zaslav. And I said, but what about a Robert Evans? The producer from Paramount in the late 60s and the 70s. And there's a lot there. So he said, sure, try that. And so then we're off and running and doing that.
That was a pretty good Seth Rogen for a second there.
It was. I saw that. Yeah, that was
You
good.
caught that? Okay.
Yeah, that was really good. Everyone has a Seth Rogen laugh.
There we go.
Everyone does it. Bryan, now that you say Robert Evans, I'm realizing, did that also inspire like the glasses and the
everything? I went and got the super tan. I bleached my teeth super white. I got these big glasses. Everything about Robert Evans was look at me, pay attention to me, and these phallus necklaces that I wore, and it was just like crazy. And then I just kept going. So Seth and everyone else in this scene didn't know whenever I was stripped down and I had in my underwear and I had garter socks and I had a girdle and I wore a dickie. I don't know those of you who are too young, a dickie is a little fabric that goes up a little bit, but it's too hot. So it just ends right here and you wear a coat on top. It's the craziest thing. And I didn't tell him what I wanted to do, but it was so much fun. And that's everything.
This is so cool because I thought the Dickie was such a specific character choice and they didn't even know. I love that.
No, they didn't know what I was they didn't know when I came out in that last episode, they didn't know what I was going to be wearing. And so the reactions were pretty real.
But I don't know. Can you still buy it? They could find a Dickie somewhere. They actually could find a Dickie because I haven't seen one of those.
Did anyone grow up anywhere cold? I half grew up in Montreal and we wore Dickies frequently, but I guess winter kind. It was like a turtleneck without the rest of the shirt.
Right.
You could put on, I guess, if somebody went skiing or a neck warmer.
Basically, it's what it amounts to. Yeah.
Wow, love that. No, I do think everything, like just even the little things, like I noticed he's eating blue ice cream. Like who gets that? That's calling attention to yourself.
He was pretty high when that happened. And they asked me what color. I said, make it really colorful. If he had any sense at all, he went in and pointed to the most colorful ice cream and there is. And that's what he was eating. Yeah.